Alright, here we go. I didn't really. I did say we would compete at least, and we might win this game. It's our first real chance for a win. Um, and if I had known Toronto was going to be there, I would have probably picked us in my tips, as well as said on here that we were going to win. But I didn't know that was going to happen. Um, yeah, I don't know. I told you we weren't that bad. I said it 3 weeks ago. I said it last week. We are not that bad. We are not far off being. We're not going to make finals ever, but we're not far. I'm obviously talking about this level squad. That would be delusional. I think that we're not that far off being a competitive team in the league. I think we can compete with most teams in the competition. We will lose majority of games still, but I think our days of being whipped are over. Obviously, it's probably going to happen once, maybe twice again this year. When we verse, say, Giants or someone like that, we are likely to get beaten quite convincingly, which is always going to happen to most lower table teams in a year. But our years of being what we were last year and late the year before are over. Which probably has something to do with the fact that we've not had 20 injuries. We've not had COVID run through our team a year after every other club had it. We have had a few injuries, so we've still got Ryan out, we've still got Sheed out, we've still got Allen out, we've still got Cully out. Like, that's 4 players off the top of the head. We've still got Matt Flynn out, Ruckman out. That's still 5 first team players not in the team. Hewitt's another possible first team player, depending on. Realistically, probably full team is probably not, probably dropped out, and that's when Sheed will come in. But he's still injured as well. So it's like, we're not that bad a team. Even with those 5 injuries, and if I want to be really pushy, 6, but I'm going to leave you out for now. Even with those 5 injuries, we're still competing in games. It's took us a few weeks. It's always going to take us a few weeks because we've not had a chance to play as a team. We've had 2.5 years of constant injuries where we've had preseason to play as a team, but everyone knows preseason is not the same thing. Oh my god, the screen. I don't know if that went all glitchy for you, but it did for me. It is not the same as playing real games. Even scratches are not the same as playing real games. So it's always going to take us a little bit to get it together. But here we are. We're going to. I will convince, from what I've seen, and we start actually. Before I start, I was going to say, let's go to the start of that game. When I saw the start of that game, so one of my predictions was we'll probably do pretty well, but we won't win because. Did I say that here? Anyway, we won't win because teams who are lower on the table, especially ones who have been down for a while, when they start to pick it up again, have their first real proper decent game of a season, they very rarely back it up the next week. So I said maybe we might just fall apart, which we look like doing at the start. Those first 5 minutes, maybe however long it was, 6-7 minutes, were horrendous. Like, the run was horrible, there was zero effort, zero intent on the ball. We looked like doing nothing that game. It looked like a 80-point loss, 90-point loss, 100-point loss. And then suddenly, with not long, actually there was a lot more than 7 minutes, more like 10, 15 minutes. And then suddenly with 3-4 minutes to go, all of a sudden, we kicked 3 goals. And then went to the next quarter on the front foot, actually like we wanted to be on the field, like we actually wanted to be part of the game. And really, from that point on, we dominated the Tigers. There was lapses again, which is always going to happen. We're still trying to solve those 3 issues. I said, if you weren't here for the 3 issues, too many turnovers, lapses in concentration, in late quarters to concede goals, and inability to score, which we really fixed that one the week after I said it. So that was the Port game. What was the game before the Sydney? Whichever the game that was before the Sydney game. That game. Bulldogs. So it's really just those 2 now, but that third one, until we get a real full forward in, is still on the cards. I'm not going to go for too long, because I don't really have that much to say, but I have hopes for the future. High hopes and I thought. I think we can comfortably not come last. I think we can literally be 3 or 4 spots. I reckon we'll be Adelaide this year, as in on the table, if things continue in the direction in which they're going. I think we can try and maybe push to what I thought for next season. Push for that 16, 15, maybe even 14 if things go really well. That's on the table, that is. But that's probably the best I can see us doing. In fact, that's definitely the best I can see us doing. I would still say most likely is 17-16. I think we will beat the Roos. We will be above the Roos on the table. They will be last, not us. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I think as a team we played pretty well. I still think any hate towards Darling, despite the horrible shot on goal where he dropped it from up here in front of his chest, God knows what he was doing. He still does way too much. Even last week, every week we played, even all the criticisms coming his way because he's not scoring goals, he still does too much around the ground to get rid of him. Also, Ryan and Sheed made their debut on the Waffle. Their return in the Waffle, and they should be back hopefully next week. Although they played Ryan at half back, not forward. Surely we get rid of Merrick and throw Ryan full forward. We don't play him half back. I don't care how well he did at half back. We got enough big markers at half back. We already have Jones if we want a pacey defender. Yeah, unless you want to maybe, if you're trying to push up Witherden, which I'm all for pushing Witherden out of the team. I think he is a shithouse. He did have one good moment in the game, I'll be fair to him, where he gets a goal, but I still think generally he is pretty horrible and should not be at AFL level, should be a Waffle player, or state level player. But yeah, I don't have that much to say. It's Derby this week. I think, look, we're going to lose probably. Actually, going to be at the Derby, at the actual game this week, but we'll lose, most likely. I'm more looking for a good contest. I think, actually, there is a chance we can win. The chance is the fact that we have a strong defence. They're not good at scoring. And you could be what? We need a strong defence. You've always said you're scared for the future of the defence. Yes, I am. But currently with the two big boys there and Duggan there, it's still quite strong. But I'm worried when McGovern goes, when Barras starts to get older and there's no one coming through to fill those spots. That's when I'm worried. For now, our defence is quite strong. I'm happy with it. Our good defence, especially in the air, should be able to slow their scoring even more than they already do. They already have very slow scoring. Our problem will be if we can score against their defence. And if we can manage to break through the defence, then I think there is a chance we can win. I will still tip against us, and I'm going to, but there is still that chance there that we can beat them. So it's going to be, I don't know though. Obviously, I'm not going to pick us. I'm always going to go for Fred on this game. It's just that if you want to get anywhere in tips, you don't pick the Eagles in this game. Same, you don't pick Eagles last week. Even if Taranto wasn't on the team, I still would have picked Richmond because it's the higher likelihood result in that scenario of what you know of the teams. If it was this week going to the Richmond game, I'd probably pick Eagles though, because I know more about how the Eagles play. I would have more confidence in us being able to do it. But yeah, it's really going to be a battle of defences. Whose defence can be more strong, which shows that really the game is on Fremantle's terms, because that's the way they play. So if it's going to be battles of defences, that means we're playing into their style, which isn't a good thing. But I have small hopes that we can win it, but realistically, we're going to lose it. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Thanks, bye. See you when I see you. I hate when I do that shit. It's just a habit from what I used to do when I was first learning.